All right, so it is 6 o'clock now. And we have everybody present except for Mr. Johnson. Okay, everybody has that packet in front of them. Have you guys looked over the minutes? There was one change. Of the minutes from August 9th. It was where Brian Crook seconded the motion, it was David Thomas. So that's the only change.
Make a motion to approve with those changes.
Okay. You want a second, or you need more time to look over it?
Second.
Okay. Minutes stand as approved. Take a vote. All in favor? Okay, we don't really have a heavy schedule tonight on our agenda. So if we wanted to go ahead and just start into the different reports, that's fine. Matt, you're on the first one.
Sure. We'll just start with the we started our first quarter EMPG grant paperwork today. Being our district coordinator was down today, just a couple hours, wrapping up the first quarter, of that being completed. The sheriff had approached me about trying to construct a shelter, tornado type shelter under the sheriff's station, the old fire hall area, old city hall. And so we got a new team of planner, and as soon as he gets around to making it this way, we're gonna see if there's some grant monies to convert that into a potential shelter for people to come to.
What was that acronym? Sorry.
District coordinator. Oh,
Yeah.
EMPG, Emergency Management Performance Grant.
Okay, thank
It's just a
you.
recurring grant.
Okay,
That we're participating in. Under hardship application, I do have one. Right off. It's a lady on disability, elderly. Her total cost for her, not just for us, but for all her medical providers involved is $5,000 more than she has income from her disability payments. So she's filled out a hardship waiver. She'll about $800. Bring that with you guys to.
Are we supposed to have a copy of that in our packet?
Well, I just got it today, so she just got it filled out today, so I'll look at it.
and you and Miss Teresa like went over it.
Yes, she didn't have internet or anything like that, so they had to do it over the phone, so that's why it's handwritten the way it is. The lady doesn't have access to anything that's could make it electronically filled out.
Man, on the back page here, is this the bill from EMS?
This is just her disability payments and benefits. It says that's what she makes a month.
Okay, that's just proof of income, okay. Yes.
Right, okay. Um, Does anybody have any questions over it? No questions? Okay. Anyone like to make a motion to approve this?
Motion to approve.
And a second?
Second.
Okay. Do you need this back for her?
No, you keep it, you need it, I think it's whatever.
Or-
It's just a copy of the.
Okay, okay. Okay, so that's been approved. You need to vote.
Need a vote?
All in favor, say aye. Anybody
Opposed?
opposed? I'm sorry.
The no from me.
I'm with grandbabies today. I think my brain's a little like. Psh. Okay, all right, that settles that. Thank you.
New ambulance,
Yeah.
I spoke to our representative in December. We still don't have a hard date for delivery. He anticipates spring time. So it's not a definitive time, it's a chassis shortage issue. So we even discussed earlier or later last year, or around October, November, about maybe even changing from Dodge to Ford, because Ford had increased production of their chassis, and before we even got to work numbers, Ford decreased production of chassis, so it's back to where we started. And it really didn't speed anything up and or make any difference, so we're still waiting. We anticipate it to be hopefully March, April is the small time frame that we have. We also need to, at some point, start discussions on the potential remount of the older ambulance that we have in service now that got 186,000 miles. It's a 2018 model. Once we hit 200,000, we got to start doing additional maintenance requests on it, and this the state requires. We got to do a mechanical inspection every 6 months after 200,000. So that's another thing that's coming down the road. And the last time we actually remounted this box previously in 2018, and it was around 96,000, I think. So the price is, without discussing specifics on changes or anything that we would make, just a baseline price now is around 160 to 190, depending on chassis. And it's a 18 to 24 month turnaround time on that too. So even if we order today, maybe 2 more years before we do get it delivered because of the chassis availability. We're also looking at a new supply tracking system that would kind of streamline. It helps us decrease the amount of potential expired supplies on the truck, so we will cost effective. So initial upfront price. For first year. This is what Macon County uses. I got some of the people that work up there really like it. It's really effective at tracking your supplies. It's $2,325 for the initial first year. That's the setup and everything. And then recurring costs annually is $1,875.
Okay, help me on that, and that will, okay, you've got an item for supplies.
Yes, just supplies that we order. This is the tracking system.
Yeah.
Manages those supplies.
Um. How soon could we, hold on, I'm looking something up, sorry. Okay, how soon do you think we could look into wrapping the white and orange ambulance?
Well, one's a get part on, I guess we don't have a spare, like we wait till we get delivery of the next one.
Yeah.
So we don't put this down the truck.
Yeah.
That would be the optimal time.
Okay. That advanced signs, they're pretty reputable. Is that where you would want to take it?
It's actually painted, so,
It is painted.
yeah, so we wouldn't, the wraps don't hold up.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to kind of put that on our ticker. That orange and white will just lose one of all of them be the same color. No biggie. Okay, is that all for you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Matt, on your supplies, how are you tracking out of those now? Just running through each supply manually?
We have a built-in our run ticket program. It does have a small program that allows us to enter stuff in and track it away. So it's not very user friendly. It doesn't have a printout capability, so you have to try to print, you have to try to scan it, capture it, screenshot it. So it's not super efficient. Can't track our narcotics on it, and that's kind of the bigger thing we're looking at is keeping up with the narcotic usages, and it's specifically designed to do all these things.
Okay.
And then Mr. Beeler?
Put on here turnout gear, we have ordered 12 sets of turnout gear. We ordered it back the first part of December. That's less numbers of sets than what we need. We'll need 17 sets, but we maxed out our money at 12 sets. So we've ordered 12 for now. We've got some extra money toward the end of the budget cycle. We'll try to order those additional 5 sets. The boots started to come in last week from this order. So we may be fairly close to the gear beginning to arrive. They had estimated that it would take 100 days from the date of order. So 1st of December, and we're beginning to see arrival now a month later. So that's a promising sign. So that's been taken care of. At your commission meeting, you did approve an emergency purchase for breathing air compressor. That was purchased last week. I got a second bid on that. The second bid was higher than first. Plus it would take them 8 months to deliver it. So I went with first, which was cheap, a little under 32,000. That one is in stock and should be in the station in less than 30 days.
Awesome.
All I got, unless you got questions.
Sure.
Mark, did you ever figure out what was wrong with the old one? Are they gonna be able to fix it?
They're still working on it. They identified, they believe, 2 parts. One is the start switch, the other is the pressure valve that is in it. The machine itself is 27 years old, so they have to try to find 27-year-old parts that will work in this machine. But yes, it is, we do have a repair ticket open. Service tech has been here once, and he was gonna go back and try to assemble parts, and I've not had a follow-up. But yes, we will attempt, David, to repair that unless the cost gets to what we believe is excessive. At some point out there, you have to draw the line between spending more money on a 27-year-old machine.
So then that one will become just a backup
Yes.
for the new one?
Yes.
Okay.
They're cabinet models, so they don't take up a great deal of floor space, and we could leave both of them. We probably wouldn't leave the old one wired in, but there is room in the mechanical storage room that both of them can sit there. They're cabinet, upright cabinet models, so they don't take up a great deal of floor space.
Okay. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add for us? All righty. Mr. Sutherland?
I have most of what you asked me to learn. The time we had scheduled was past. You know, we had to reschedule due to not having any EMS units available. We're gonna work on having everybody look at the units and well, a few of the main things we'd ask them to grab. If we need or ask, we schedule that for later this year. We just did our annual Vanessa County in this month. We have our first extra education trainings. April. I'm just waiting to hear back on the dates from my instructor out of Smith one that's gonna be able to get it for us. I do plan on offering this to my fire department also, they would go and not to. We're also waiting to hear back from a advanced class that they might be having in Lebanon, which would be able to get any of our members that have that class to also get certified as instructors and educators, so we can do that in-house, not having to worry about asking elsewhere to get it done. The hole that was in these out of the buildings has been fixed.
Hey, one quick question, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Any of your training that you're wanting to do, will there be any fees with it?
The
That's kind of the main reason why I was wanting to know. That.
advanced class, yes, there will be, it's 150.
Associate cars, members, I'm not sure it's one issue, I don't know, is that the associate price?
I think so, yeah. I mean, be 150 per member to go.
Okay,
Which there will be some costs. That's also just because the college will have to get right now, that's hold over here, and then the total backwards will get done with them. And the college cost something, like
You're not super.
it's not that high, it's the having the wallet that's up to which which we have. I don't know how much revenue. And the way that we have. That we want to use. I have a lot of guys who want to. And out and then take the motor. I don't know what I'm saying. Specialized kind of.
Yeah.
The hole that was in the buildings, was fixed to be filed. Up at Waters, it was fixed. 8 months ago,
which one is that?
the left front of. One of the other one was ripped off by the windstorm, they had to do it back. It was fixed by Put in his budget a few months ago.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Looks like close to a door.
And
That
now,
sounds good.
it's, you have the one that's out of the building.
Oh, on the outside.
I think it's all bathroom and things.
I think I might have it on my phone around because it was fixed before
Okay,
you asked for
okay,
that stuff.
okay.
Yeah, I don't have it on there.
Okay,
The other stuff you have on there, we haven't got to yet. I'm wanting to get the mold taken care of first before we decide to fix the bathroom hole that's in the wall, that's the hole that's in the bathroom wall from the opposite first. Last year, nothing. We do have a updated figure that's in the office that was donated to us. It was a lot better than what we have now.
And it's been installed?
Uh,
it's been installed.
yes, yes, sorry, yes. It was installed. Up on this last. Snow, so,
Good,
and the heater in the back's been fixed also,
okay.
for the main heater.
Okay, and Mr. Salee has this information to try to get somebody out there to fix it, or do we need?
No, actually, we have, the guy over here, volunteer, says he has some stuff that get rid of the mold. I'm just waiting to get that first and work on the mold, and then. Just annual question to think about that.
Yeah, some of this looks awful.
Which the other two you have on there were just, I wanted to show how. Half the building's not insulated. And the other half is, it gets really old up in the front. Of the building was not insulated. And we use a lot of, that's
Okay.
as a reason I had to have the other.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, Matt, did you happen to have a sheet for the maintenance stuff?
For the remodel,
For the, anything that needs to be done in your area?
it's just the remodel's pretty much. That's gonna fix it.
Okay.
Any issues with.
Okay. Okay. That's it for you? Okay. So discussion items, and this is literally us talking. This is not, anything that's been set in motion by any means. It's thoughts. And if it's something that doesn't come to pass, it's something that doesn't come to pass. So there is a training program where you can get your firefighter certified. And I didn't know if that was something that the firefighters would be interested in doing. So we have some here. Are any of you guys interested in becoming certified?
Locally, there's no advantage to go through that process. It is a rather cumbersome process to utilize. The training is like in-service training. You have to keep detailed records. You have to use certified instructors. You have to verify the class content.
Yeah.
For each student that is going through.
Yes.
And then they get a small stipend reward if they complete all of the paperwork and exercises.
Mhm.
If your motive is to get them more pay, you might consider raising the dollar amount that they receive per call. We get $30 for every call if we go out. You guys get $120 for every meeting you attend.
Okay, any of the other,
We get 120 for the commission.
For the
meeting,
committee,
Not for the committee meeting,
you
right
get
here.
50 for these.
Okay.
I get 30 if I go out on fire call tonight.
this was just whenever I was throwing around, hey, I want to see the different departments, just things that we could do for them, for readiness, for anything, try to, do some improvements if they wanted to, or, I mean, the other two firemen in here, how do you guys feel about it? Would you be interested in becoming certified? I know right now Gordonsville has started. And so I know that it's a program that's come to our smaller areas, and if it's something you guys don't want to do, I can just check it off the list and just say I asked. I just wanted to see.
Already into that program. This is for new people. Those programs that are born. So it's informed on what it's for. It's for people that's never done by 64 to get them to the live burn status.
Now, what about people who have not been, maybe who are new to the fire department to do
That's what
it?
these programs you talk to.
I have two
There are
questions.
two basic courses that the state stipulated.
Uh-huh.
16-hour introductory course,
Mhm.
basic firefighting course, which is 64.
Yeah.
And together they encompass 80-hour initial training. Charleston County was exempted from that training requirement back in 2009. That exemption's never been lifted.
Right,
But Charleston County Fire recognizes the importance, and we've included that training in our standard operating guidelines. So we're doing it. We train every fireman, there to be trained through those classes within 3 years of joining. And every year, we try to identify an appropriate class and send those that have not yet had it to a class. I only have 2 that haven't been to that kind of class right now. They'll get it during the year.
and everybody else is complete on all of them?
Yep.
Okay, that was a thought, yes,
And one thing I did want to bring up, EMS this year just got qualified for the training stipend, the $800 a year thing.
really,
So if we can, and the state required it all be in-person training.
Yeah.
Gonna make it difficult, but we're gonna try to see if we can do that. So if we can, what we can do to offset the cost for the new supply tracking system, is we would probably discontinue using our online training that we do. So they're roughly about the same price a year. So we would just swap one for the other with no additional cost involved.
okay, so while we're discussing this, I'm striking this from our meeting, the incentive training program, certifying the firefighters. What do you guys think?
Sounds like they're already doing the program, there's not a need for a new program.
Okay, no, I just an idea for if somebody wanted to do it. That was just where I was with it, was giving it a go. Okay. And as far as the fire rescue evaluation update, I guess it is not ready, from Mr. Lau, from the completion portion, in order for it to be discussed.
I meet with Mr. Lauer tomorrow morning.
Do you? Okay,
Madam Chairman, when I didn't meet with Mr. Lauer, in his communication, in sending out the initial draft, where he was doing his investigation needs of the county, what he communicated to me was that his next meeting was with Chief Beatty. And at that point, when they had their discussion, then there would be recommendations. So that's what.
Okay. That sounds good. Okay, does anybody have anything? Anybody that came here this evening have anything they want to? It's just us talking. If anybody has anything they want to bring up. We're all here. I don't know anything ahead of time, just throwing that out there. Okay, can I get a adjourn? Motion?
Second.
Okay, thank you all for coming.